What is up, you guys? Welcome back to episode 94 of Chins and Giggles.
94. What's good, you guys? How are y'all?
Y'all, it's an exciting week because there's a lot happening this week. First of all, y'all know we pre-film. We're filming like on Mondays and Tuesdays. So it's not Valentine's Day yet. We actually realized, we were like, wait, can this be a Valentine's Day thing? Because
it's hard. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, like this goes up. What? Tomorrow's Valentine's Day?
It's the 13th. Oh. Wait, I got my days mixed up. I thought yesterday.
So Valentine's Day just passed a couple of days ago as you're watching this. So we were like, can it be a Valentine's Day episode? Because it ain't even here, baby. Imagine. But then it already passed by the time you are watching. That's how it works, y'all. We've pre-filmed a few days.
But I feel like people that, work during the week, they might be celebrating Valentine's Day on the weekend.
Oh, that's right. Tune in the comments, y'all. Like, do you guys wait for the week? Like, are you waiting for the weekend to celebrate Valentine's Day? Or do you guys celebrate on Valentine's Day?
And it might be hella... Okay, guys, we're going to Vegas, actually.
This weekend.
By the time you're watching this, we're on our way to probably Vegas, or already there, actually.
We're pulling up as we speak.
Yeah. So I didn't even think about how crazy it might be this weekend because of Valentine's week.
Yeah, it actually might. No, yeah, because Valentine's Day is Wednesday, and then I'm sure a lot of people would be in Vegas, right?
I would think.
I don't know, guys, but we are going to be in Vegas this weekend with our friends, and we're so excited.
To celebrate our birthday.
To celebrate our dirty 30, you guys, We were going to
go last weekend for our birthday.
I remember we were looking at dates, and this was like a couple months ago because we knew, we were like, our dirty 30 needs to be in Vegas. Like, I just can't imagine a place where we could party harder than Vegas, like, really. So for some reason, the very first weekend,
that's what I was gonna say.
It was
really expensive, and we were trying to understand why it was expensive that weekend but not Valentine's Day weekend, and we realized that the Super Bowl was going to be in Vegas,
and that's why our actual birthday weekend was so expensive, because of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that just passed this week as well, Queen.
Yeah, yesterday.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not into sports at all. I just know that the 49ers and the Chiefs, and like the Chiefs won and stuff. But like, I really don't watch sports whatsoever. I'm here for the food and the halftime show.
Yeah, so we got together yesterday. That was fun.
We did.
And you whipped up.
I definitely popped up. I popped off, you guys, with these fucking sliders. Bitch, we made some Sloppy Joe sliders on Hawaiian rolls. We made buffalo chicken dip. Elizabeth made pigs in a blanket, bitch. That's all we needed.
That was so nice, though.
It was so nice. And like, it's funny because sometimes
I got a lot of leftovers at my house.
You do, huh?
I should have brought the freaking...
You should have brought him on here.
Girl, no, because we got Vegas on Friday, babes. I'm over here like, girl, we do too much.
I know, absolutely not. Dude, we ate so bad on the Super Bowl, guys. For me, like, I'm here for like the food stuff, and like we were like, it's funny because that's all we had. It was literally just like the burgers, like the sliders, the dip, and like the little pigs in a blanket. And we were so full. A lot of hand snacks, but like so delicious, so fucking bomb. My mouth is watering because those sliders were incredible. It was like literally Sloppy Joes on fucking Hawaiian rolls. Good. Anything in Hawaiian rolls, it's like, come on, bitch. The bread itself is a fucking orgasm.
I'm eating the bread on its own.
The bread on its own is incredible. So you imagine some fucking sliders, bitch.
Lord have you tried Hawaiian bread with coffee, bitch?
Oh, so good.
Oh my God.
It's giving. Okay, recently you brought this up to me, Myra.
Yeah.
You guys, the struggle growing up when you want to dip some fucking bread into your coffee and you didn't have any other bread but like hot dog bread.
Sheesh.
Have you ever dipped hot dog bread in coffee? Because bitch, it's giving Hawaiian roll.
Right? No, but it's actually really good, right? The Hawaiian bread. I mean, the hot dog bread.
Hot dog bread and milk even.
But that's a little dangerous. You know why, Karina? When you dip it in, you know how like
dangerous.
Let me tell you,
it's bread.
You know how like when you dip it, like. I mean, the coffee like absorbs like everything, or the bread absorbs all the coffee. So like in 2 bites, bitch, like it melted in my mouth. So when I was little, I would down like 3 of those hot dog breads with coffee, bitch.
Shut down the whole damn fucking pack. Yeah,
exactly. It's like dangerously good.
So good.
I don't know, baby. I might just eat 10 of the Hawaiian rolls with coffee.
Like, comment down below, you guys, because I feel like every time I meet like new people that will tell me like what they dipped in their coffee growing up. Like Raul, they dip a lot of like Ritz in their coffee.
I've never tried that.
And it's really good because it's like sweet and salty.
Have you tried bolillos with coffee?
Bolillos? Oh, bitch. Yes. Oh my God. You know what's the best, you guys? When you would just get a piece of toast, put butter, and sprinkle sugar on that bitch.
Oof.
That shit was so good.
That's the broke breakfast.
That's the best breakfast, bitch.
I know, but that's what we call it, right? The broke breakfast?
Like, I don't know.
Broke snacks?
Like,
broke snacks.
Snacks that you would just, like, fuck with at home where you would add stuff and it was just so good. Or Raul tells me a lot, like, and I'm like, I never did this, but I did some of it. Like, when you add salchichas, like, weenies to your maruchan.
I never
did that, but I remember adding ketchup to mine. I used to add ketchup and that shit was bussin'.
What about when you would eat the maruchan dry, bitch?
Oh, that hits different.
Like, why?
That shit hits so different.
That gotta be so, like, just terrible.
It's just
for
straight
you.
pasta with seasoning, right? Basically.
But like dry, right? Like dry.
Yeah, like eating the cup of noodles dry.
The crunch was unmatched. Like nothing.
Yeah, and then because it has a little bit of salt in it, like the cups, like it had taste.
I knew I had an issue when I was like opening. Oh, well, the bolsa ones. You know, the bolsa ramen.
Oh,
I knew I had an issue when I was like taking out the consomme from the other ones to put it in my. Oh. And I didn't realize as a kid that it was just consomme.
I mean, I do that, right?
And I was like opening, basically wasting another bag to take out the little packet.
No, you know what's some good ass like a cup of noodles when you add like Lori seasoning in it?
Oh,
I do that too. Like,
I haven't had a cup of noodles in a while. I actually heard they're extremely bad for you.
I mean, I'm sure.
No, I actually heard they're like really, really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, fucking noodles in general, like
you're not even supposed to microwave the fucking maruchan, girl.
You're kidding.
You guys seen that on the maruchan? It says do not microwave.
As a fucking kid, bitch. Like, was it you that put a couple noodles in the freaking microwave with no water?
Yeah, I'm sure I forgot to put the water.
And the fucking crackling bitch was out of this world. The freaking microwave almost exploded,
burning in flames.
And I just remember when we opened the microwave, there was like a black hole, like inside the maruchan, like just a hole.
Yeah,
had burnt through somehow, bitch.
I think
and it was like black.
Obviously forgot to put water in.
So we learn something new every day. I actually did not know. I mean, I knew growing, like as I got older, I saw that some people would just add hot water and let it sit. Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's a cool trick. I thought it was a trick.
Yeah, but if you're starving at the moment, it's not gonna work out.
Baby, I'm popping that bitch in for 3 minutes.
Yeah, is it 3 minutes?
And it was never enough. I wanted it to be softer, so I would put it in longer.
No, I actually like when it's like hard.
Oh no, I like them soft.
Unless I'm eating spicy noodles, like I don't like when the
actually.
Hard.
Yeah, you're right. With spicy noodles, I like it more like. Is it like soft? What's it called? A dente or?
Oh, the glow up, bitch. You went from maruchan to
Korean
noodles.
Spicy noodles. You know,
that's all of us.
I mean, they're fucking amazing
because it's basically kind of
those TikTok noodles, bitch. At TikTok shop, the noodles.
Oh yeah,
the pink bag.
Yeah, incredible. I've been like, they have that. You guys, what are y'all doing? All these noodles, go to the dollar store.
Go to Target.
Brian, I mean, Target.
No, go to Walmart. Actually, Walmart has them.
I think they're cheaper at the dollar store. That's the thing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Brian literally gets like the entire case like in the cart and like takes
the 99 market or just the 99
cent. The 99-cent store has them.
Oh,
the 99-cent store. I don't know why y'all here are spending your bucks. I mean, I don't know if it's the same price, but at the 99-cent store, like they're cheap. Like you literally walk out with like the whole tray that they're
sometimes
placed on.
TikTok shop, they're like really cheap on there too. So
TikTok shop. Them on there. I got this sweater on TikTok shop.
Oh, queen.
I got my little Valentine's Day.
We love her.
Okay, no, for real though, like it's kind of hard. I don't want to tell you guys like I'm gonna link it and stuff because it's gonna be past Valentine's Day. But if you're interested, I'll probably link it on my LTK. I got a lot of compliments on it. I went to the mall a couple days ago, and I was like, the amount of people that complimented this sweater, I was like, oh shoot, like I didn't even know. It's so cute though. No?
It is queen. What the fuck? It is.
I didn't think it would be such like a complimented. I mean,
it's like they're kind of viral on TikTok. Little sweaters.
Yeah, and literally forever, you could literally find them like if you don't want to like order them on TikTok shop, you could literally go to Forever 21. I was like walking around and I'm like, people for sure think I bought it here because they were like everywhere in Forever 21. Like, pants, sweaters, tops. I was like, so queen, cute. But they're so
I'm here for the love vibes, queen.
But what you think about the Super Bowl performance? What did you think about the halftime? Because
the Super Bowl performance, I know, right? Yeah, people will be like, "What y'all think about the Usher concert?" You imagine?
Literally.
Honestly, like I didn't watch any of the game at all. We were cooking, and then as soon as the halftime show came up, we were like, all right, let's pause. And we actually started watching. I thought it was iconic because it was nostalgic.
Yeah.
A little hot take though. I feel like I wasn't like, wow.
No, I feel like it wowed us like a few minutes in.
It took a couple minutes to wow.
Our reaction in the beginning, we were like,
I was like, okay, Queen, go off. You know, it's giving nostalgia.
A lot of Usher fans are gonna be like really angry at us
right now. I mean, I thought it was really nostalgic, and like when I started hearing, when Alicia Keys came on, I was like, okay,
yeah,
like that did it for me. Like it got good from there.
The only one thinking that Kanye West and North West performed, bitch.
It wasn't Kanye. I mean, it wasn't.
It wasn't even Kanye either. That's
what?
Crazy. Yeah, it wasn't Kanye either.
Hold on. See, that's how you know I wasn't paying attention, bitch.
We thought it was Kanye, right? Did you like? We all thought it was. Did anybody else think Northwest was like that girl?
I definitely thought it was Northwest, but
I thought the first few seconds, but I'm like, this girl's a little too tall to be Northwest.
I did see a TikTok saying my favorite part was Kanye and North performing. And
so Northwest. Well, the girl that we thought was Northwest was her.
Yeah,
and
her name is her. The artist.
Yeah, and the guy was Will I Am. I swear to you, they really. I think that they were trying to trick us though.
I think
they knew what they were doing. They wanted us to think for a second, like have us talking, thinking, like, come on, it was a PR stunt. It had to be. It had to be. Ain't no damn way it was not. That was so obvious it was Northwest. I'm just kidding.
When she came out, I was like, oh shit, Northwest.
Really? I'm like, why trying to cover your eyes like that? Like, you know you look like Kanye West looking like that, fool. I'm sorry. Yeah. They knew what they were doing.
It was giving them for sure. And then I thought for sure, I was like, so it's not Northwest, but that's definitely Kanye. And he brought in a stunt double for her. I really thought.
Yeah, me too.
Until I saw TikToks later. Actually, I just found out right now it wasn't him.
yeah.
I really thought.
Literally, the first thing I did tonight, I knew I wasn't tripping when I saw Northwest come out. I literally looked around the room and I was like, y'all. I knew right away. I was like, it's not her. But I was like, oh my god, did anybody else think it was Northwest?
Yeah.
And at first nobody said much, and I was like, I'm tripping. I'm like, but no, she looks so much. And then I saw Kanye West, so right, I thought, and I'm like, okay, I know what they're doing. It's Kanye West, but they want to like make it seem like it's her, but it's not her, like a stunt double, whatever. And I go, the first thing that pops up on my For You page that night is like, who else thought it was Kanye West and Northwest?
No, I
was like, wait, so it wasn't Kanye either? I was tripping, girl.
Well, today I saw on my For You, like my favorite part of somebody put my favorite part of the performance was Kanye and
I mean, hey, I thought Northwest was going to sing her song.
It's your bestie, Northwest. Yeah, I really thought
sorry.
They should have done that shit.
She should have popped out with, it should have been Kanye and Northwest performing.
That shit would have been, I mean.
They would have broke the internet.
It was great, but yeah, that's crazy. Like that, I feel like that threw off a few people.
He did really good though with the performance. In the beginning, it was crickets on my end because I was like, but once they started singing the songs that I was really into.
Once I saw the marching band and shit, I was like, all right.
Right. Yes. Right. Once I saw the marching band, Alicia Keys.
Yes.
Northwest.
Was it
Imagine Kanye.
Who else came out? Wasn't it Ludacris and stuff? I was like, okay, like it was getting good. But it took a bit. I do feel like people who probably did not grow up with that music.
Yeah.
That were watching, they were probably expecting a little more. And I think I could see that like from somebody. I feel like for us, the music was very like the music and the artists were very nostalgic. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what did it for me. But as far as the performance itself, like if I was not someone who listened to that music, like a Gen Z person watching would probably be like, that was all y'all gave.
And no, the first song I was like, but once I will say it was like, I mean, the fact that you could do all that and sing at the same time is crazy.
Oh, of course, yeah, I could never, bitch. But like, from other performances I've seen on halftime shows, I feel like other people could agree. I saw a few other people talking about how they were like, it was good, but I wasn't wowed like usual.
Yeah,
I feel like for me, like I thought it was nostalgic and iconic, and I feel like the nostalgia. Yeah, is what made it for us.
Last year was Beyonce or Rihanna?
Okay. Oh. Okay, for example, like Rihanna announcing her pregnancy, fucking iconic. I feel like there's always something crazy.
I was waiting for Taylor Swift to get proposed to this yesterday. Wasn't there a rumor that her mom was going to propose on the Super?
There was a rumor or something.
I don't know. It was a rumor, obviously, but I really thought, I was like, oh, it's going to happen or something. Like at the end of the halftime.
I thought about it too. I was like, could it, or are they just making shit up, you know? But I mean, or maybe it was a rumor and like everybody fucked it up, so they're like, we can't just.
Is her man in the 49ers or Chiefs?
Her man is quarterback, right?
Of the Chiefs?
Quarterback of the Chiefs.
And they won.
And they did win.
Because I was going to say, well, maybe because they lost, but
they won, Queen.
Wow.
Speaking of the halftime show, you know how Usher and Alicia, they were dancing or they were singing and, being performers. Like, there's people that are saying that Usher was a little up on her, right? Like, she was
a little sexual.
She was just kind of doing her thing. They're both married, right? Or in relationships?
She's married and he's in a relationship.
Okay. Alicia I feel like she was just kind of doing her thing.
But you have to remember that they also, like, practice this. This is not just, like, he didn't just, I'm sure, like,
oh, they rehearsed
it was rehearsed. Planned. So.
It was rehearsed. I feel like, maybe he was up on her a little bit, but, like, they also are performers.
Yeah.
I guess whenever I see
people are going a little crazy about the sexual part.
Really? Okay.
But obviously, like, I mean, they are performers, and
it's like where the whole Peso Pluma thing happened.
Oh yeah,
when the girl was like all dancing on him, and he was just minding his business. As an artist, like if you were an artist and you were in that position, or if your man was an artist in that position, do you feel like you would give him boundaries, like about him being on stage and dancing a certain way with another female? Or do you feel like you'd see past it and be like,
if your man is Usher,
okay,
you'd expect for him to do that. If my man's an artist, like I'm probably gonna have a level of respect and be like, I understand.
Yeah, like, and you're not, unless you're not doing anything absolutely crazy where you're literally like fake kissing on stage and shit. But I feel like as far as performances, like where's the line?
And then the song they're singing and stuff too. I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the same thing if your man was like in movies and stuff and they gotta play crazy scenes.
Nah, that's different, baby.
Like that's acting though.
No, that is like so different.
If you're gonna bring the bag.
No, but that's so
Go ahead and fuck on camera. I'm just kidding. No, hell no. I'm totally kidding, y'all.
You cannot tell me.
That's okay. You know what I mean, though. Like
Myra, you can't tell me that like when you are spending that much time together. Look at Ariana Grande and SpongeBob, bitch, when they were doing Wicked together, and look at them now. When you spend that much time on set with somebody, there's nothing good coming from that shit. You're gonna tell me that you guys are pretending to be in love for I don't know how many months you're filming this.
Is that what Ariana and that guy were? It's like
I don't even think they had anything to do with each other. I don't even know what he plays in the movie Wicked. I saw well, did y'all see how the official trailer came out? Well, not the official. It was like
the ratings, girl.
Did you see Myra?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I did.
You know Wicked, right? Like the Wizard of Oz thing. So Ariana's playing Glinda, and
the song "Say That Shit with Your Chest," like, oof, girl, she really. I don't know why y'all still stand in this home wrecker. I'm sorry, I don't understand.
You know what? I'll be honest. I feel like her song came out. A lot of people were cringing about it, as I was too.
I don't know how people. I don't know how this girl is still.
When the song came out, I was like, it's not giving what it was supposed to give, Queen.
She don't care though, clearly.
And it was giving like, I don't give a fuck.
She's proud, girl.
Right? But I will say that I feel like the moment the trailer for Wicked came out, everyone's so excited about Wicked now. They're gonna stand her hardcore.
What?
Myra, it looks iconic.
Oh God.
I mean, it's legendary. Wicked. I mean, have you seen the musical Wicked?
Yeah.
You've seen it?
I think we have. Remember that one time in New York?
Did I hear it? Did we do it in New York too?
I don't know where we saw it, but
I could have sworn I saw it in London, and I honestly couldn't understand it.
Unless we didn't.
Did we do the musical Wicked?
I thought we did.
I think I've done it twice. I think I did do it in New York with you.
Unless I'm confused.
Yes, when they're singing. It's like the best musical. It's such a good musical. Actually, you know what? For me, the best, I mean, Wicked was absolutely iconic. But I think I've never seen a Broadway musical like Phantom of the Opera. It is incredible.
Do they have Broadway shows in Vegas?
I don't think they do. They have a lot of shows.
But I
don't think they have Broadway.
Plan our trip this week.
I want you to see the trailer for Wicked, Myra. It actually looks so iconic. I mean, it's Wicked, Myra.
Okay.
The best way to bring
iconic.
folks together
So there's like
Wicked
a
is
whole
just-
actual movie that they did.
I mean, Wicked is Wicked.
You're green.
You know, just iconic vibes.
Something just takes over me.
I didn't know that it was an actual movie. I thought it was a play like that they were doing.
It's a play, but
So the guy comes out in that one too.
he filmed Wicked with her. I don't know who he played. SpongeBob? I'm just kidding. Like, why? There's no SpongeBob in Wicked. But I don't know who he plays. Who does he play in Wicked? Because I didn't see him in the trailer. You imagine that way?
Ooh.
We just know he was filming on set with her, and that's how I fell in love. So for me, I feel like you could be
Are they
an
together?
artist.
Like for real? For real?
I think they are. Like they're still seen together. Like imagine your man on set with somebody and on set they play that they like their role is that they love each other and that they're in love and they're having sex and they're doing like how do you not form a connection?
No, I know what you mean.
Because if I was an actress with the man of that I've been looking up to for years, fine as fuck that I've seen in movies,
and she out here,
and then I'm playing the role of his girl. Ooh. And you know,
I know
like,
the personality got to break a little bit, right? The acting got to break a little bit. Like
I mean,
and
there's
the
gotta be some kind of spark for you guys.
I feel like you have to have split personalities to be an actress or an actor.
No, you just have
Because no, I mean not actually, but like in the moment, you kind of are splitting personalities and acting like a whole different person in that
have
moment.
to like feel it. Yeah.
I mean, it's acting it out, right? But you got to break character a little bit.
There's no way they're not developing a fucking crush on set.
I don't know, Queen.
There's no way. Anyways, let me tell you about how my morning went because I just thought it was a little. I think you would like to hear it. So I went to the dentist this morning. Well, we took me to the dentist this morning, and you know how kids are at dentists, bitch. Kids don't like dentists. I don't know if you remember being a kid at the dentist,
I
bitch.
hated the
I
dentist.
remember being like, I don't know, far back as I can remember, literally screaming and being tied down at the dentist.
She was screaming too.
Yeah. Good thing they don't tie them down or anything. Like, well, at least I remember me being 4. I remember them tying me down, strapping me down. You remember that?
Just hate doctor's appointments.
And they
the
were so
dentist.
traumatic.
And they would give you a lollipop. No, like doesn't that the
They
defeat the
don't give you
purpose?
candy, actually. They give you like little toys and stuff.
Okay.
So
And you'd walk out with your toothbrush and stuff.
and you'd be all excited, yeah. But it's so traumatic every time for kids. So we get there and they're like, "Can she sit in the chair?" I'm like, "Well, to try." And I'm like, "Mia, sit down." And immediately, like, she just like was so terrified by the doctor, like immediately.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Just sit down." And they're like, "Okay, she could sit on your lap." So she's sitting on my lap, and then like they had her like lay on me, and they were like checking her teeth.
Wait. Also, you were laying on the chair.
No, they had like this device that you're carrying her like this, but she's like laying down so they could see her teeth. And it was just like a regular checkup. Like they're not even doing anything. They're just looking at her teeth. Yeah. And Mia is like screaming her lungs off. And I'm like, it's okay. But she's
How
not
did they
hearing
see
me.
her teeth?
They were just looking at them like with like a little mirror. And they're like, okay, yeah, like whatever, you know. And they do like this thing where like they go in there and they like brush them and stuff. You know, just like a little cleanse. You know when you go get your teeth cleaned, it was like that vibe. And she was just screaming her lungs off. And then she's done. It was actually really short. They're super gentle with them. Like I thought she was so nice, the doctor, the dentist. And then she's done. And we're like, okay, cool, you're done. They bring her candy. Bye. They bring her like a little goodie bag that has like little Peppa Pig stickers in it. I was like, so cute.
Queen.
A little toothbrush, toothpaste, and then like this little like fan thingy, whatever, you know, little goodies. And she was like all happy. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is over with. Because I was like, fuck. That was like, she had a whole ass meltdown. So I was about to have a meltdown. So I was like, ugh, we're done. So we're like walking out. And they're like, okay, we're just going to schedule you for another appointment. So you know how you're like waiting in that little area?
Yeah.
So then I just sit down and I'm like, ugh, it's over. I sit down.
Where do you sit?
On this like bench thing.
Inside the...
Like in the waiting area.
Okay.
So immediately I'm like, oh, okay, that's over with. I sit down and then immediately I stand up because I feel my ass like soaked. And I was like, what the fuck did I just sit on? So I just stand up and I'm like, somebody spilled a drink. I'm thinking, I don't know. Like the first thing I'm thinking, like someone spilled a drink here. Like,
Yeah.
it's wet.
Yeah.
And the first thing I do, like not even thinking, I just like touch my butt and I smell it. I'm like, what is that? It smells weird. It doesn't smell like juice or...
What was it?
So I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I'm just like wiping my butt with like wipies. And I'm like, bro, is it bad? Like a puddle this big on my ass. And I'm like, okay. So I just moved from there. I didn't think anything of it. It didn't smell the best, but I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Uh-huh.
And then like when I finally get up, I look down and there's a puddle on the floor a kid peed on the bench. Like somebody peed on it.
Wait, that's so sad because that kid was probably so nervous they peed themselves.
And then immediately, I was like, somebody was terrified here at the dentist and peed themselves.
Oh my God. Was it warm
so
when
bad.
you sat on it?
It wasn't warm. But it didn't click until like I stood up and saw that there was a pile like next to it on the floor, and I was like, somebody totally peed on here.
Oh my goodness.
So I was just like, great, now I have a puddle of fucking like someone's urine on my head. I was like,
piss on your
I
bed.
was like, oh my gosh, okay, period. We love the dentist, but you know,
that just had. Go ahead, keep.
But that was just that. I just thought it was funny because I was like, you know, Mia was having a mental breakdown. I was like, okay, we're done. And then I go and I sit on a puddle of fucking Miados. I was like, okay, period.
That just brought back some like old memory that I remember as a kid. Do you remember when we used to live in Santana and like in the apartments? And we used to play with like all these like little kids? I remember one time this kid, like, we were just like all, for some reason it was like, there was kids here and then we're just like facing each other. I don't know what we're doing. We're probably playing something. And this kid just like randomly like pees like a boy. And like his pee, I remember going like over over us.
Wait, so he just takes his pants off and pees?
And pees. And I just remember like my finger got pissed and I was so disgusted as a kid that I literally ran back inside the house and washing my hand. And I remember I would scrub it with soap and it still smelled like concentrated piss. I don't know why. This memory, like,
wait, so
I
this
just
kid
popped
just
up when you talked about
and
it.
started peeing like a stream over everyone's head.
Yeah, like he just like was trying to pee on us.
Fucking
kids are
weird.
crazy, girl. And why were we lined up too? Why were we just standing there? I don't know what was happening.
And, like we were waiting for the stunt to happen just there. Like,
maybe, I don't know. But the point is I was so disgusted.
kids do some crazy ass shit. Because I remember being little and poking at the fucking toilet with shit in it.
Yeah, I remember that too, Queen.
But not with my fingers.
And it was a village of us girls in there too.
It was not with my fingers. That's disgusting. Some of y'all are barfing at home listening.
Maybe we should not mention.
I remember,
crazy girl, to mention that.
I mean, this is real shit. Kids don't give a fuck. And I remember my mom coming in and being livid, like, get the fuck out, like, you know. But I remember us being in the fucking toilet with a fucking like stick that we found outside, and we were like picking at whatever the fuck was in there.
It's crazy.
Disgusting, but that's kids.
No,
do
I
that
remember
shit.
that. That's crazy.
Kids will do some crazy shit.
So I just remember being so grossed out, like I honestly was crying and everything. And no matter how, I feel like the scent didn't go away till days later. I don't know what this kid must have been dehydrated.
Myra,
It was
I'm gonna barf.
bad, girl.
You know how like appointments are always longer than you think.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. So I get home like right on time and I get ready really fast because we're going to film the podcast. So I change, do my makeup, and I actually did very like simple vibes today. And
yeah, I like it.
Every time I think like, why don't I just do this? I have no foundation. I just do like the concealer and everything else except the base basically. And I have no lashes on today, you guys. So I did my makeup really quick today. And you guys, we're so honored to say that Covergirl is sponsoring today's episode. This is the Covergirl Lash Blast Cleantopia Mascara. And it's what we're both wearing today. And we're just so honored to be sponsored by Covergirl. And y'all know it's our birthday month. We love to get glammed up, Queen. Valentine's week is here also. Vegas is this weekend. A lot's going on, baby. That is coming with me. So this is actually a twist on their classic black. This is their new color, Ultramarine Black. It literally looks blue. Like when I was putting it on, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a blue mascara. Like it literally looks blue. And then when you apply it, like you would never know.
You wouldn't even think it's blue once applied, right?
Literally, like I was like, okay, it's blue. And then you put it on.
It looks so good.
And literally the blue undertones in the mascara, it just gives you a more wide awake look and just like brightens up your eyes.
Yes.
It's so good.
Girl, it's giving volume. It's 300% more volume than bare lashes. I mean, honestly, like, I feel like I'm someone that has sparse lashes.
I feel
and
like,
this is lifting them, Queen.
No, yeah, I feel like I'm someone that has very average lashes. Like, I don't have long lashes, and I'm not even kidding. Like, when I was putting this on, I feel like I could, like, layer, and it's not clumping up. It's not, like, getting flaky. And then finally, when I curled them, I was like, girl, I'm not kidding. I have never seen my lashes, my actual lashes, without falsies look this full.
The Lash Blast Cleantopia mascara is also a clean and vegan product. It's plant powered, and y'all know we're all here for the clean products, mama. I'm wearing this for date night. I'm taking it to Vegas with me. I'm wearing it for Valentine's Day. This is my new favorite mascara, hands down. I don't know, like it must be the formula that just doesn't clump and flake, but also the blue, it's giving something to my eyes that I can't explain. Like it's doing something for them, and I'm here for it. So yeah, go get your CoverGirl's Lash Blast Cleantopia mascara, available in 5 shades. Perfect for all makeup looks. Get yours at your local retailer. Only from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl. If I asked you how many subscriptions you have, would you be able to list all of them and how much you were paying? Girl, if you would have asked me this question before I started using Rocket Money, I would have said yes. But let me tell you, I would have been so wrong. I can't believe how many I had and all the money I was wasting. Do you ever feel like money is just flying out of your account and you have no idea where it's going? Well, I know. It's all those subscriptions, girl. I mean, think about it. Between streaming services, fitness apps, delivery services, parenting apps, it's endless. I know I'm guilty of this. So I used Rocket Money to help me find out what subscriptions I'm actually spending money on. Girl, it was eye-opening, and I had them cancel the ones I didn't want anymore. Cause like, why am I wasting so much money? The other day I got charged for an editing app, which I subscribed to forever ago. Honestly, I completely forgot about it because it was one of those annual charges and I stopped using it after a few months, girl. I do that all the time. I tried to cancel it, and the only way to do it was by calling their customer service number. But of course, they're only available from 10 to 5. And who got the time? Who calls people anymore? So what did I do? Nothing, girl. Rocket Money, on the other hand, was able to take care of it for me easily. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills. I can see all of my subscriptions in one place, and if I see something I don't want, I cancel it with a tap. I never have to get on the phone with customer service. They'll even try to get you a refund for the last couple months of wasted money and negotiate to lower your bills for you by up to 20%, y'all. All you have to do is take a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest for y'all. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has helped save its members an average of $720 a year, with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. So stop wasting money on things you don't use, you guys. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/chins. That's rocketmoney.com/chins. rocketmoney.com/chins. So you talked about how you got ready so quick. You know, sometimes like when you're given a very short time to get ready, you kind of figure it out and you're like, why am I not like doing this look more often? Right?
All the time.
So have you ever felt like that about cleaning? Like when someone says, I'm going over, and you, for some reason, have not cleaned your house the whole week. You don't know where to start, but just by getting a call that they're on their way, you clean the entire house in like 30 minutes.
Absolutely.
That was me yesterday, bitch. When Karina, let me tell you, we forgot to tell them how you were going to host for the Super Bowl.
I was going to host the Super Bowl, but my house was flipped upside down, bitch.
So I'm out here like getting out of church, calling Karina. I'm not even seeing any of the messages going in that everybody's like switching up. Now we're trying to find a house to host. I called Karina. She's like, "Oh, I think we're gonna do it at your house." I was like, "Wait."
I asked you. I was like, "Can we do your house?"
Yeah, which I love. I feel like I love hosting, and I love like my friends. Like it's either like, I mean, we try to do most of the houses, but like I'm really actually, when people like suggest my house, I'm like, oh my god, I'm all for it. But this time around, like my house was like a little crazy. I remember before going to church, like no, and honestly, I'm not saying this like, oh, I go to church. I'm actually proud of myself because I don't go to church, so I'm not like trying to say I'm someone that goes to church a lot. I just want to like say that, but it was like our first time in a while that we went. So I'm like, before we were getting ready for church, I'm looking around the house and like I can't stand looking at mess. I don't know why, it actually really stresses me out. So
it's stressful, yeah.
I'm like, the contradiction. I'm going to church and I'm over here like really angry that the house is messy. I was like, I need to chill. Like whatever, I'll figure this out later. But we're going to Karina's after for the Super Bowl, so now I have to like worry about this when I get back home at night to clean, whatever. So when Karina calls me that we're like planning to hang out, possibly at my house, I was like, oh shoot. I was like, it's fine. I need to tidy up a little bit. It wasn't like crazy messy. I feel like my downstairs is pretty like clean most of the time, but it was just like, you know, random little crap. And it's the fact that I mopped in everything though, because like my house was like basically spotless by the time my friends showed up. But you guys gave me time though. You guys went to Stater Brothers.
You went to the store.
But I wanted to
It was very random. Like, I definitely was going to do it at my house, guys. But then I went downstairs and I saw that my brother had brought a bunch of random furniture that's just sitting in my living room and just all kinds of shit.
We were just talking about this in the last episode, how your house is a storage.
I told y'all, right? I told y'all literally in like the last episode that my house is a fucking storage for everybody. And I was just not even gonna fucking have it. So I was like, you know what? I'm not about to put these in the fucking garage. Like, this is too much. No, and then you know what? He brought them, but he was gonna take some back. But of course, Jasmine was like, I'm keeping that couch. I'm keeping that chair.
What?
And I was like, you're literally, tomorrow this is gonna be here. And she was like, I'm taking it upstairs. So I come down.
Still there, girl. You got. I
come downstairs.
Store down here.
I come downstairs and what do I see? Like 5 fucking couches in the middle. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I was wild.
Like, I don't got time for this shit today. I'm not doing it. And then it just fucking ruined my mood. I was like, we're not doing it here.
So I picked up so quick though. I don't know. And I just thought about how, because I had came across a post on Instagram, like literally like, let's talk about how we can like clean our entire house within like a 30-minute span. Mm-hmm. Of your friends just telling you they're on their way. I don't know what is it about. I don't think everybody has their house like extremely dirty. I think just a lot of the times, you know, like dishes could be piling up. You know, you live in a house, like it's meant to be used and abused, and sometimes a house can get messy. But it's just funny with like a little scare, like your friends coming over, bitch. Like, can somebody just call me and tell me they're coming over and just lie to me so I can clean my house?
Oh my God.
It really works.
That's happened to me where I was like, my mom's coming over. I'm like, okay. I'm like running around like, holy shit, Raul, you couldn't tell me like an hour ago? Like, she's on her way right now. I'm like, bro, like,
oh yeah,
you could have said something.
Brian be doing that. I'm like, you know, okay, and guys don't care.
And I'm only finding out because she's telling him she's 10 minutes away. And I'm like, why did you tell me?
I don't think.
And I'm like freaking the fuck out. I'm like, Raul, look around.
Guys don't care, girl.
Oh
I literally, Brian doesn't understand that the house has to be clean for people to come over. He doesn't get it. He like, I remember one time Brian was showing like his friend around the house when we had just bought it.
And they showed the room.
I think you said that on here. A disaster.
I think you told the podcast one time.
And I'm like, y'all really were out here walking over clothes. Like, that's crazy.
That is I was so like, oh my embarrassing.
God. But Brian doesn't like, I feel like guys don't. Okay, so for me, I'm doing like the cleaning. Brian's outside like doing the most random thing. I'm like, nobody's gonna be outside. Have you seen those videos of like the girls are like, help me out, people are coming over, and they're like in the backyard cutting plants? Like, bitch, how is that helping? Why do guys do that? They start washing the car. They start just doing irrelevant things. I'm like, it just makes no sense.
Like, dude, yeah.
That's what he was doing yesterday.
Get the fucking mop and do something. Imagine.
Yeah, he was like outside. I'm like, who's going to be out here? Like, anyways, I was just shocked that like I was able to like really clean like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think it's crazy how like we really got to be like spooked a little bit to start picking up.
Yeah, if I have all day to clean, I'm going to take all day to clean.
Right? I heard that you have to like, in order to clean your house, because I feel like it's really important to know where
setting timers on your phone works.
Yeah, that too. I also sometimes I get really overwhelmed and I don't know where to start. And I had came across this thing where it says like, put yourself like, so naturally like someone that cleans, that does like a cleaning lady, she shows up to your house and she looks at the tasks like clothes, trash. She'll look at things like, I'm going to start with this. Let's take this. And they say that when it comes to cleaning your own house, to disconnect from the mess personally and just look at it from like a task, like get the clothes first, do that. And it helps a lot because
see, with me, I'll be doing one thing and I have to, and I literally notice that it helps me to set an actual alarm on my phone. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm doing the restroom, I'm like, give myself 30 minutes to like get everything wrapped up because it's very possible, depending on how big the space is. Because I will be there all fucking day, like in a random corner. Or you know what I noticed? I'll start cleaning one thing here, but then I notice something over there, and I go over there. Like I never finish the full task because I'm like jumping around, and I never finish one full task. It's fucking annoying that I do that. So putting a timer on a specific task will actually help me finish that task.
Yeah, but that's a little fun fact that when you're cleaning, disconnect yourself from it personally. Because if I were to step into like a friend's house and she told me, "Can you help me clean?" I would do it quick.
Yeah.
And when it's your own belongings, you're already attached to it. You're already like annoyed that like. But no, don't disconnect yourself from your personal belongings. That's when you clean better.
I like, you know what's one thing I actually like doing, like cleaning like pantries or like getting shit out. Like it's fun because a lot of you
like organizing.
I like organizing. Like recently, I was like doing it to some of the cabinets. And I like it. I don't know. I feel like I like I think I would say I definitely like organizing more than like cleaning up 100%.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. When you hear those words, you can feel good knowing that. State Farm is there to help you feel supported with the coverage you need for your car, your home, and even boats, motorcycles, RVs, and other things that matter to you. Now, let me tell you, girl, I don't got a boat, a motorcycle, or an RV, but State Farm covers my home and my car.
With a State Farm agent, you know someone is there to help protect your future by helping you choose the coverage you need. With so many coverage options, it feels good knowing you can find what fits for you. And you know what? Getting insurance can be so intimidating because you don't know exactly what you need. So having an agent that could help you with each step makes it so much easier.
Girl, I feel you on that. So when things get complicated and you need ways to get help, State Farm gives you options there too. Maybe you like to handle things in person or on the phone with your local agent, or you prefer to do it on statefarm.com or on the award-winning app. State Farm lets you do things your way. I personally am the type of gal that likes to do things through an app. It just makes it more easier than going in person or hopping on a call. So I love that they have that option available.
Girl, I like to use an app too. I'm not trying to pull up in person or call because I have too much social anxiety for that. I'm trying to do it on the app. So that's why I'm here with State Farm. And that is why, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Okay, so you know how I was saying how like guys usually like, I don't know, they just like don't really care about like, I don't know, girls are more detailed with like stuff like that. I wanted to ask you, I guess, do you PR your husband? Because I feel like sometimes guys can be kind of like, I mean, maybe
what do you mean by PR your husband?
So like telling him like, oh, do this or don't
like
do that.
Like training them?
Kind of training them, yeah, because I feel like the more I learn, you sometimes think it's just your relationship, and then you're like on TikTok and you're like, oh, all the guys are the same. Like
everyone, yeah.
Yeah, like if your man's acting like a fool, like do you tell him like, oh, or like I feel like guys just do cringy things sometimes. Mm-hmm. And you have to almost like train him to like how to act. I mean, that sounds so weird. You know what I mean?
It sounds weird, and it sounds like I could totally picture somebody saying like, "Oh my god, that's so toxic." Like, everybody says that J-Lo trains her husband, and in the Super Bowl, like, you know, they did it. It was like joking, basically saying like, "No, I don't train him. Like, he does his own thing," you know. Mm-hmm. So it brings up the conversation like, do women PR their husband? And it's not like you're not training him like a dog, or you're not changing.
Let's clear it up. There's a thing, they call it this for a reason. I think it's a healthy relationship. Like, say if I was doing something, maybe Brian might be like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do this. Or it's just, I think it's just looking out for each other. Mm-hmm. That's really what it is. I feel like it just depends on people's personalities. I feel like Brian sometimes could do a little too much, where like maybe he can just come off like, I don't want to say cringy, but like, I don't know, like, or like yesterday how we were playing Uno, like he was like lit and he was being like too like, oh no, you're doing this wrong, and I was like, calmate, you're doing too much, you're getting too competitive. Like little things like that, like don't do that. Or like Brian's really like, he could be really goofy, just a jokester.
He jokes a lot.
He jokes a lot where like I could see like the wrong woman thinking that he's like almost like trying to entertain her. Does that make any sense?
I guess I've never like
where like I have told him, I'm like calmate poquito with what you're doing, because sometimes it can come off like you're doing a little too much.
Okay,
I feel like that's a good example. Or like the other day he was like live. It was funny, and like he literally, I think, what was he eating? Oh, it was like 2 wings. He like even just their weird side. He got 2 wings and shoved them in his mouth, and he made like a noise and like ripped it out. And I was like, oh, like, that was like, and people in the comments were like, come get your man. And I was like, what is the reason? I don't know what I commented, but all the girls were laughing.
Oh, okay.
He was and they're like, cringy. This man, like, he was just being cringy. And I was like, what? I was like, what are you doing? It's just like that. Literally, it just depends on the guy too. I feel like Brian's very like, sometimes he'll say, he says a lot of things joking. And I'm like, not everybody understands your sarcasm.
He has a lot of sarcasm to him.
Sarcasm. Where I'm like, not everybody understands it, and they think you're actually being... This is actually a really perfect example, and I just remembered it. I remember one time when we had gone on that culichi manchis trip, and he was saying, I don't know if we're talking about like a certain fruit. I don't know if it was raspberries or blueberries. I don't know what it was. And he was saying that, because we were like playing a game. Everybody was like drinking and stuff. and he was like saying how, I'm sure it was like a question like, oh, is it a fruit or a vegetable or something? And Brian was like, it's actually not a fruit. And it was like so obviously a fruit. He's like, oh, it's not a fruit. And he looked so serious.
He was joking.
And after I was like,
trying to be funny.
and everybody was like almost awkward. They're like, wait, really? It's not a fruit? Like, and at the end, like they all were being respectful and they're like, oh, it's probably not a fruit. That's crazy. And I remember like later on telling him, I'm like, wait, it's really not a fruit? And he was like, I was just fucking with him. I was like, what? I'm like, you just probably left a bad taste on these people because you just wanted to be funny, but nobody understood. Like, I didn't even know you were trying to be funny. I thought you were serious.
I'm done.
So like stuff like that.
Okay, I get
like
that.
Brian can be very sarcastic.
I'm trying to think of examples for Raul because I feel like it just comes natural. Just like I'm sure he's told me before, like, you know, like if I ever do something that doesn't come across good either, like I think you should. It's not like you're training your man.
It's more of a woman thing though, because I feel like we analyze things and we're overthinkers. Karina's having a hard time trying to like think because I feel like Raul is more like really like to himself. I'm trying to think. I feel like 100% it has happened. But yes, I do think that it's very normal for you to like check your man or your girl and be like, don't talk like that. But it just brings up the topic. I think
like,
you're
do you
just
let them
looking
be
out for them?
Sometimes it's just, you're looking out for them because they may not be realizing that they may be coming across
just
like
because
that.
you're my partner, I'm not going to agree with everything you do.
Yeah, of course.
And I think Brian has a really strong personality where I got to keep him on his toes a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, and like I think it's fucked up when you're literally like having to speak for them. Like that's different. Like, yo, he got a fucking voice. Let him talk. Like that's different when you're literally
oh my god. Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that because I know sometimes people say that on the podcast. I don't like I try to speak for him. I don't even notice I'm doing that. Oh my god, no. It's not like that. I'm not talking about like stuff like that because that's
there sometimes also like if you're the most vocal, like if you're the more vocal person in the relationship, sometimes you do feel like you need to finish their sentences. Yeah. And it's not in a way where you're like interrupting them. I feel like Raul could be very quiet on the podcast in particular. And like sometimes I will finish his sentences or like it looks like I'm interrupting or it looks like I'm just not letting him talk at all.
I mean, I don't even take it as like anything bad. If anything, like I've learned from that. But I think in life in general, we're just talking about like certain things that I'm like, well, you know, the silence was loud. Maybe you shouldn't say that or, you know.
Oh, like, yeah. I think in like when you need to be like, dude, like you're being a little like off-putting to people when you're doing that. I think that's good to check them. Like, yes. Do you guys like when you guys tell your man like, oh, I didn't like when you did this? Does it become a whole argument or like are they the kinds to be like, okay, like thank you for telling me, like I'll learn from that? Raul doesn't take criticism well.
Yeah,
it could be anything. I'm like, you know, I feel like you could have said that differently. He's really blunt, like with his family in particular. I don't know.
With his family?
I don't know how to explain it.
Shit, I've never even seen that side of Raul.
He could just be like blunt, like, or sometimes that is one thing about Raul that I'm like, you need to just put more emotion into your words sometimes because it just comes out so bland sometimes that like I know him, so like I feel like someone who does it might be like, that's so bland. Like, is there emotion behind it? I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm really trying to think of an example, like where he's just so like if he's on the phone making an appointment for something, he's very just like, yeah, okay, yeah. This like he's not very like. How do I explain it?
I know what you mean. Brian could be on the phone and I'm like in the back, like, say thank you, like, or say this. Oh my God.
I don't know how to explain it.
I think it's a woman thing though too, because like it's like the same thing. Like I'll be like, I mean, Brian checks up on his mom all the time, but I'll be like, oh, like, you know, did you call her, like an important thing? Like, did you call her to check up on her for this?
I do that too with Raul.
Like, are you checking up on these people in your family? Yeah. Like, I feel like that's very like I feel like women naturally are a lot more.
Raul's just so like straightforward with questions sometimes. Like, here's a random example. Raul's sister, she's doing great, thank God. She was in a car accident a few days ago. And luckily, you know, she walked out with like no scratches. Like, she's great.
Yeah.
But Raul, like, he just asked because she, you know, is the manager at the warehouse with Squishy Bunny. And at the end of the call, he's like, so you can't go to work, right?
Okay, he's giving boss.
No.
What?
And I literally looked at him.
Wait, but this is crazy, though, because that accident was reckless, girl.
Okay, so.
Oh, my God.
And I literally looked at him and I was like, did you just fucking ask that question? Like, you should just be feeling blessed she's okay. Like, you know,
That's crazy.
she got in a car accident. And he was like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I was just genuinely curious. Like, and I'm like, and I was like, are you fucking for real?
That is like, I would say, training your man.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys, Vegas is this weekend, and that's all I can think about. I need to start packing my shit. I need to go. I haven't bought shit for Vegas.
We should go to the mall.
We should go. But then, like, I feel like in the malls, I never find shit. Like, in person, I don't find anything in person.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I just go online a lot of times, just Amazon Prime that shit.
Yeah.
But it's got to happen, like, ASAP, like, now, because we're leaving this weekend. And
Yeah.
it's going to be so much fun, you guys. We already have all these
hope
plans.
that you guys have a good Valentine's. I know, like, it already passed, but I really hope that you guys have a great weekend.
I hope you guys had a good Valentine's Day. Or a Galentine's. That's always fun. We didn't do Galentine's Day this year.
It's okay.
It's a damn shame, Queen.
It's okay.
But we're going to have so much fun in Vegas. Make sure to tune into the stories, guys, because they're about to be crazy. We're going to go all out in Vegas. All of us are going, and we're so excited.
You know, Valentine's weekend. Wrap it up, baby, because lots of babies going to be being
There's going to be a lot of babies made this week.
Yeah, get your wrappings and all. Wrappings? I meant like
what?
Wrap it up a little bit.
Get the fucking condoms. Get the Plan Bs ready. I'm
done.
Because there's going to be a lot of fucking this weekend. I'm just like, why? Kidding. Like, why? But in Vegas, like, why? I'm just kidding. Whoa.
But we hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Thank y'all for tuning in, Queens, and we'll see y'all hungover in the next one. Bye, y'all. Bye.